to do a book tag, and I haven't done a book tag for so long, it feels like, but I was tagged by Sasha to do the Beauty and the Beast book tag, so like I'm ready. I got my favorite people on my shirt and I'm excited to do this tag. The sun is just at a weird spot, my god. Okay, I fixed it. But yes, I'm excited to do this tag. There's 8 questions and it's all about the Beauty and the Beast movie and I'm excited. So, Tale as Old as Time, a popular theme, trope or setting you will never get tired of reading. I'm just going to use a trope here, and a very big trope in this movie, and that is love to hate. Even though like the Beauty and the Beast story is kind of more Stockholm syndrome-y, that's kind of where it's heading, it is still a romance where, you know, she hated him and then she got to understand him and then like they fell in love and saw the beauty with him. But I love this trope so much. I love seeing it even if it isn't even done well. The love to hate romance that I love spans over a longer period than 10 seconds, because you can't just have the characters hating each other then suddenly flip at the end of the book to them actually loving each other or having feelings, because that doesn't feel real. You need to have a very good development of finally understanding the character to then start to love them. Like, it's always the main character that ends up hating that person first. Is there any books where like the main character really wants to be with this person and then they hate them? Like, that doesn't really happen, but I just love this trope. It's so good. Number 2 is Belle, a book you bought for its beautiful cover that's just as beautiful on the inside too. So I'm going to mention Caraval here by Stephanie Garber because I have not talked about this book forever. Oh my god, like this whole entire trilogy is like finished and I still haven't even read Legendary. Like that's how far behind I am, but I just love this color, like especially the shimmy. Like it's a beautiful cover. Like there was multiple covers for this book, but I really liked this one, and I feel like I'm one of the few people that actually kind of really did enjoy Caraval. Like there's not a lot of hate, but there was a bit when it first came out, and I'm just like, it was actually really fun, and like I like circuses, so of course I was gonna like this book. I really need to continue on to see what's gonna happen because apparently the next books are like really good. Okay, question number 3 is Beast, a book you didn't expect much from but pleasantly surprised you. I'm gonna say Take 3 Girls by Kath Crowley, Simone Howell and Fiona Wood, because I really didn't want to read this book. I got it in a Wire Chronicles and I was like, oh my god, this sounds like it's gonna be shit. Wasn't really feeling it. I decided to pick it up for a readathon, and it was in my list of favorite books of last year because I was pleasantly surprised by it. It was really good, and I feel like it was really informative to talk about how teenage girls can be and how rumor spreading can really upset people, and to know that what you do say to people can affect them even if you think you're just joking. It happens. And it also talks about, you know, having sex for the first time and like trying to figure out who can be a good boyfriend or not. And I just love too that the 3 main characters are girls that are all from kind of different pools of the world, and they get put together in a form class and have to work on projects together, and by the end of it they're just all best friends, and it's beautiful. Okay, number 4 is Gaston, a book everyone loves but you hate. You know it's coming, right? The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. I mean, I don't say I hate it. I gave it 2 stars though, and it irks me to see how much people love this. Like honestly, I'm like not offended. Like guys, have your own opinions, it's fine, but for me, I just can't get past so many of the horrific things that happen in this book. Like I did get bullied as a child, so that's probably why it's triggering to me, because I don't find it romantic to be bullied from bitches, you know. But I have the second book and I haven't read it yet. I'll probably put Queen of Nothing on my anticipated list just to mention it. I don't know if I'll read it, but it is coming out in December I think, but I do need to read The Wicked King, and I said if I don't read this now it's not going to happen, and it's been like 14 years since that book came out, so I just don't know if I want to put myself through it. But I do own the second one, so I don't know what to do. Okay, next is Le Fou, a loyal sidekick you can't help but love more than their counterpart. Boom. Kenji from Shadow Me by Chihiro Mafe, because he is amazing. And I mean, Juliet's still great, but she's such a whiny crybaby in the first like 2.5 books that I'm like, okay, like Kenji is just trying to be happy for people, and he's got so much on his shoulders to deal with that Juliet just doesn't help, and he should have his own series. And I love Kenji so much, and I can't wait to read more, to see Kenji, even though I'm scared overall of what's going to happen in this book. To see Kenji's going to be great. Okay, Mrs. Potts, Chip, Lumiere and Cogsworth, a book that helped you through a difficult time or really taught you something. I honestly don't think I've had that many major difficult times where reading was like my only escape, so I'm going to say a book that changed me, and I'm going to say this book taught me something, but like, I mean, it's kind of a given, but it really did shine a light more on this issue, and that's For the Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. Before reading this, I knew police brutality was bad, but after reading this book, I didn't realize how bad it was. And since reading this, I feel like it's really informed me and made me open my eyes to situations like this, because it is horrible how people are treated by the police, and they're the people that should be protecting us, not the ones that should be hurting us. And this book does it so well. I still have not seen the movie though, because I don't have Netflix or any way to watch things, because that's just my life. I definitely recommend everyone reading this, and I'm so glad that it really did take the book world by storm when this book came out, and I'm just glad I read it at the time. So number 7 is something new. A book or series that you weren't into at first but picked up towards the end. I'm gonna say The Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Meyer, because I really didn't like the first book, Cinder, because it was so predictable, and I just was over reading these predictable type stories with the Lost Princess and all this shit. As I got to Scarlet, it got better, and then I got to Crest, it got way better, and I actually haven't finished. But this is definitely one that gets better, and I'm hoping, because I am planning on rereading this. Don't know if it's going to happen this year or it's going to happen next year, but it's going to happen at some point. I'm planning on rereading it. So I'm hoping that a reread will open my eyes more to Cindy, because I like her more as a character when she's with the other people. So I don't know how I'm going to go again reading like the first story, because I may hate it again and then it's going to be like, well. And number 8 is Be Our Guest, and that is a fictional character you'd love to have over for dinner. I really want to have dinner with Celia from The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern, because she's amazing. Like, Marco would be fun, but he's just too pretty to look at that I wouldn't focus. I want to go to dinner with Celia because she could do like all cool illusions and just make it really cool. And she seems like she's just got a lot of worldly knowledge because she's been alive for so long and she doesn't age. I just want to have dinner with her, and I want to do it in like a tent in the Night Circus. So like win-win. So guys, that is the Beauty and the Beast book tag. I was so glad to get the tag. I don't get tagged like that often in things, but it's more or less I may not see it. So like when people do tag me in things, it's probably best to like tag me on Twitter, because I do check that every now and then. I'm trying to get better at Twitter, but it's still very difficult for me because I just don't know what to say. And mainly it just updates what I'm reading on Goodreads, so people know that I'm reading. But so if you tag me in things, let me know. And I really don't know who I would want to tag in this, because I don't know if like it's an older tag or a newer tag, or if people have done this or not. So if you haven't done this, you really should, because it was a lot of fun. But anyway guys, thanks for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!